Hello everyone. We are now exiting City Hall MRT station. Thank you for joining me today for a historic and artistic exploration of the city area. For today's attractions, you can click on the links below for further information. First, let's visit the Raffles Hotel. To get to the hotel, we can take the escalator up from the MRT station and enter Raffles City Mall. Inside Raffles City Mall, we can keep left and walk to the other end of the mall. Exiting the mall, we can see a low wall with tile roofs on the other side. When we reached a traffic junction, we could see the Raffles Hotel on the other side. This is the rear end of the Raffles Hotel. From this traffic junction we can see the Long Bar on the second level. The Long Bar is famous as the birthplace of the Singapore Sling, a gin-based cocktail created around 1915. We can follow the sign, the Long Bar, up ahead and walk up to the second level. The bar is styled to reflect the Malayan plantation aesthetic, with rattan chairs, teak floors, and ceiling fans. A quirky tradition at the Long Bar allows patrons to toss peanut shells on the floor, a practice that continues today. Let's have a look at the front facade of the Raffles Hotel. This historical and iconic hotel started in 1887 by the Sarkis brothers. The hotel is named after Sir Stamford Raffles, who established a trading post on the island back in 1819. The hotel was last renovated in 2019 and is renowned for its colonial architecture, lush tropical gardens, and timeless elegance. What do Queen Elizabeth II, Michael Jackson, Elizabeth Taylor, Nelson Mandela, Charlie Chaplin, Ava Gardner, and Jackie Chan have in common in Singapore? Well, they have all stayed at Raffles Hotel during their visits here. Let's return to the traffic junction at the rear of Raffles Hotel and walk across the traffic crossing to the low wall with tile roofs. We have arrived at Chimes, a historic building complex, which was originally a 19th century Catholic convent, orphanage house, and later included a girls' school. In 1904, the original school chapel was replaced by the majestic chapel of the Holy Infant Jesus, now the Chimes Hall, designed in a neo-Gothic style by Father Charles Benedict Nain. A 5-story spire flanked by flying buttresses marks the entrance to the chapel. The 648 capitals on the columns of the chapel and its corridors each bear a unique impression of tropical flora and birds. The stained glass windows were designed by Jules Daubelaire and imported from Bruges, Belgium. We are now at the replica of the famed Gate of Hope at Chimes, where abandoned babies were left. In 1942, during the Battle of Singapore, the original gate and orphanage were destroyed and the chapel damaged. In the movie, Crazy Rich Asians, for the grand wedding scene, where Araminta and Colin tie the knot, was filmed at Chimes Hall, which was transformed into a stunning wedding venue with its Gothic architecture and lush decorations. After a multi-million-dollar facelift in 2013, introducing new entrances, lowered cloister walls, and enhanced connectivity among courtyards, transformed Chimes into a vibrant enclave of restaurants, cafes, bars, and event venues. Let's continue out to the street and head back towards the direction of City Hall MRT station. In front of us is the Capitol Building, which opened in 1933. Its facade might be inspired from Haussmann-designed Parisian apartments. It was also formerly home to the Capitol Theatre, one of Singapore's grandest cinemas at the time. Now it has been renovated to an integrated theatre, retail mall, residence, and hotel. Next, let's explore the National Gallery, Singapore. We can take an alternative route through the underground passageway from the Capitol all the way to the National Gallery, which will be more comfortable and cooler. Let's take the escalator down to basement 1. From here let's go straight and we can take the next escalator down to basement 2. You can see from the sign by going straight, you can head back to City Hall MRT station. We are now at basement 2, from here turn right, you can see the sign, via underpass and National Gallery Singapore. Let's continue straight through the underpass. The Funan Mall on the right features a blend of retail, dining, entertainment and even a rock climbing wall. We will turn left into the Adelphi to continue to the National Gallery. The Adelphi is a go-to place for audiophiles looking for high-fidelity sound and home entertainment systems. From the Adelphi basement level, we can take the escalator up to first level. We can see an information counter on our right and head straight for the exit in front. Across the traffic light, we can see the National Gallery Singapore. We have reached the National Gallery Singapore. We can go in through the side entrance of the building. The National Gallery Singapore was converted from two iconic national buildings, the former Supreme Court and City Hall, into a unified museum space. It is home to the world's largest public collection of modern and contemporary Southeast Asian art, with over 8,000 works dating from the 19th century to the present. This is the City Hall chamber, where many historical events took place. In 1945, Lord Louis Mountbatten, Supreme Allied Commander, accepted the formal surrender of the Japanese forces in Southeast Asia here. In 1959, Lee Kuan Yew was sworn in as Singapore's first Prime Minister in this very room. You can also go up to the rooftop and have a panoramic view of the Marina Bay area. The temporary stage on the Padang is for the National Day celebration to be held on 9th of August. From here, you can see the two link bridges connecting City Hall to the former Supreme Court. This area is enclosed with glass and steel works to provide protection from the elements. At the former Supreme Court wing, you can see the Rotunda Dome. It now houses a library containing around 20,000 art historical materials, including artists' archives, rare catalogs, manuscripts, and ephemera. Here we can see that the courtrooms have been converted into a museum gallery. These courtrooms once held the most sensational and high-profile cases, just to name a few: the custody battle for Maria Hurdo, the Sunny Ong case and the Adrian Lim ritual murders. In one of the former courtrooms, you can see the trapdoor behind the prisoner's dock, through which the prisoner used to enter. On level 1, you can see two of the prisoner holding cells that were retained during the building's conversion. From the former Supreme Court wing, let's exit from the side entrance and continue down to the traffic crossing. The road in front is Parliament Place, with the Parliament House on the opposite side. We will walk towards our next attraction, the Victoria Memorial Hall on the left. We are now standing in front of Victoria Concert Hall. After Queen Victoria's death in 1901, the Victoria Memorial Hall was completed in 1905 as a memorial. Over the decades, the venue became central to Singapore's performing arts scene. It serves as the home of the Singapore Symphony Orchestra and regularly hosts classical concerts, theatre productions, dance performances, national and civic events. Standing in front of the Victoria Memorial Hall is the original bronze statue of Sir Stamford Raffles commissioned by the British colonial government in 1887. Sir Stamford Raffles landed in Singapore in 1819. He negotiated a treaty with local rulers to establish a British trading post. This laid the foundation for Singapore's transformation into a key global port and a vital part of the British Empire's trade network in Southeast Asia. Our next stop will be the Asian Civilizations Museum, which is next door. Let's head to the left, towards the main entrance. It is housed in the historic Empress Place building, a neoclassical building constructed in 1867. The building served as British colonial government offices and later by the Singapore government departments of immigration and national registration. The Asian Civilizations Museum is unique as Asia's only truly Pan-Asian museum. It bridges the region's artistic and cultural diversity, while reflecting Singapore's identity as a cosmopolitan port city. While smaller than the National Gallery, the exhibitions span over 3 levels, weaving together artifacts from China, India, West Asia, Southeast Asia, and beyond. It helps to contextualize Singapore's multicultural roots within wider historical and maritime networks. To visit our next attraction, we can walk past the cafe and exit the Asian Civilization Museum from the side door facing the Singapore River and turn right. Here we can see a white polymarble statue of Sir Stamford Raffles. The statue was unveiled in 1972. It is believed to be the spot where Raffles first landed on January 28, 1819 on Singapore River. The statue celebrates the founding of modern Singapore. I hope you enjoy our tour around the City Hall area. Please like, share and subscribe for further videos on exploring Singapore. Keep cool, hydrated and see you soon in the next video.